And you can see how it says into another state of mind. That's what this is about. We want them in the state of mind that they want to have the conversation. All right. How can you have a great call? Well, it starts at the very beginning. Today, we are going to laser focus on the perfect first minute. A professional salesperson controls the interaction. One of the philosophies that I've taught for a very long time is that you're in charge. You do this for a living. They don't. You are married to this profession. They're just here for a date. They're just here for a tender. They are not married to sales and to the process and to the product that you sell the way that you are. So you should be in charge. Average salespeople are closing around the 15-minute mark, whereas a top performer, a top salesperson, they're closing and talking about price and next steps at about the 45-minute mark. So the first thing you do to start off with a perfect first minute is called gaining control in a subtle yet powerful way. You have to gain control. This is about you being in charge. This is about you controlling the experience so that they have the best experience possible. And it's actually built around this idea called pattern interrupt. Pattern interrupt is when people are so used to something unfolding a certain way, they've seen it a million times. If something comes across that's different, it stands out. Like our friend Seth Godin says, it's a purple cow. You can't help but to look at it. It's nearly impossible. And so when you think about gaining control and you think about pattern interrupt, I want you to kind of picture literally this purple cow. Pattern interrupt is a way to alter a person's mental, emotional, or behavioral state to break their typical habits. Think of it as an unexpected act that jolts them into another state of mind. If you think about the calls that you guys are on with the leads and the people that you're talking to, their normal behavioral state, their typical habit is to push back, to dust you off, to tell you they're busy, to tell you they're not interested, to tell you not to call them ever again. The natural state is no. That's a big thing to factor in. Now, when we do an unexpected jolt, which is what I'm going to show you here in a second, it's not a taser, it's just an unexpected jolt. And you can see how it says into another state of mind. That's what this is about. We want them in the state of mind that they want to have the conversation, not in the state of mind that this person's annoying and sleazy and bothering me. We don't want them to think that we're chasing them. And that's where this jolt, this pattern interrupt, what I call a gain control statement can do for you. Here's an example. I'm going to give you two in a row that you can use, a couple different versions here, so that you know exactly what to say. Once you're past your opening, I want you guys to try this verbatim. I have information for you that isn't available online. Most people write it down. Can you grab a pen and paper and let me know when you are ready? That is what I call pattern interrupt, because now all of a sudden you're telling them to grab a pen and paper. You're telling them that you have information that's not available online. You're telling them that most people write it down. You're basically interrupting their pattern and you're gaining control. Now, I came up with another one for you guys that is even simpler, because as technology changes, as human behavior changes, just almost saying pen and paper kind of feels old school. So I've been thinking a lot about how do you gain control, because gaining control is about getting them to do what you want them to do by interrupting their pattern. And so I thought a lot about this because you're on the phone with people all the time. They may not want to grab a pen and paper. They may be driving, right? They may not be available. They may want to brush you off. So this is actually kind of a new and modern version of the gain control statement. Check your text messages and let me know if you got what I just sent you. That is a powerful gain control statement, because you guys, I'm sure, have PDFs, information about your company, blog posts, happy customer reviews. I'm confident that you guys have something you can send them with a link or even a PDF, if you will, through a text message that would talk about your company and your brand. All you're doing is you're sending that as the call starts and just saying, "Hey, can you check your text messages and let me know if you got what I sent you?" They're going to open it up. They're going to see that the text came in. They're going to say yes or it didn't. Either way, most likely it'll have gone through. And so what just happened is we told them to do something and they did it. Check your text messages and let me know. That is me gaining control, saying, you do this and let me know. That is how these calls go best. That is a gaining control statement. Check your text messages and let me know if you got what I just sent you, or I have information for you that isn't available online. Now, one little kind of expert tip here would be insert your product or why they reached out. So if it's a listing, I have information for you that isn't available on Zillow. Can you please grab a pen and paper, right? So you can kind of make this your own.